What's up, everybody? This is Paul and Eric with ReliGym, and we are here at TSW CrossFit in Reno, Nevada. And today we are going to be going over 2 stretches to help you fix your running technique. So we've been getting a lot of messages on people saying that when they run long distances, their lower back is hurting, their hips are starting to tighten up, and what that's from is this anterior pelvic tilt. When people are running, they start getting tired, they want to raise their chest up to try to get more air, and that gives this really bad posture, right? It's giving you that curve in your spine that you don't want. You want to run really neutral. Another thing that this could be from is people that have more sedentary jobs. They're sitting at desks all the time. What that's doing is this sitting position, it's shrinking your psoas, the range of motion in your psoas, as well as your hip flexors. So we need to open that back up. So how we're going to do that, we're going to do banded couch stretch. So Eric's going to jump in the band here real quick. So we want to, Eric's going to tell you about the posture of where he's putting the band.
Way up high. Way up high. I got to run my butt way up around the hip capsule up here.
So think that almost as like where a diaper would go. It's going to be a little uncomfortable, feel a little weird, but you want it very high up on the glute. And now he wants to sit again with that neutral spine. A lot of people, when they get in here, they're going to start trying to curve that spine to get more distance. You don't want that. You want that nice straight spine. And you're going to give enough tension here to be pulling your hip forward. And what we're really going to try to focus on here, that a lot of people get into this position but they don't focus on it, is you want to use your antagonist muscle groups. So the antagonist muscle groups of this position is going to be his glute and his hip flexor. So if he's tightening that back glute, it's going to force his hip flexor to relax. So when you hear he's tightening his glute as tight as he can, which is relaxing his hip flexor. And he's just going to sit here, move in and out, keeping that core straight, nice and activated. And just move
core and butt, core and butt.
Yep. So like most of these mobility stretches that we do, we like to say do it for accumulation of about 2 to 3 minutes. If you can sit here for 3 minutes in it, hit it. If not, break it up. 30 seconds, rest a little bit, 30 seconds, rest a little bit, and build up to an accumulation of 3 minutes. But what we want to make sure that we're doing, we have enough tension on the band that's hip high to be pulling forward. We want to be activating our glutes to relax our hip flexors, and we want to keep this nice and stiff. So show an extended version of that, Eric. So a lot of people will try to do that because you can get more flexion here. It looks like, hey, I'm stretching further. You're not actually stretching your psoas or your hip flexor. You want to keep nice and tight, activate, then move into that stretch. So now we're going to go over the psoas stretch, which is a slight alteration of that. It's the same posture, but targeted in a different way. So your psoas, yes, it's that flexion this way, but it's also lateral flexion.
Because it attaches to your spine.
Yes.
That's the key.
So your psoas connects down in here and comes up. It's basically almost like the tenderloin of the human, almost. So it also is this range of motion. So he's going to get in that same structure, tight core, flexing the glute, and what we're going to do now is carry it over. So he has his yoga block here. Let's actually face it. Let's spin this a little bit.
You want to switch it?
Just bam. That way they can see the extension. So that same posture, same hip, same core, and he's going to reach over the side. So he's projecting this hip out, right? So you want to do that, basically. And what that's going to do is just get it at a slightly different angle to stretch it in a different facet than it's normally stretched at, in that lateral motion. So again, we're going to build that up to about 3 minutes on both sides. And you can rock that forward and back as while leaning over. That's going to give you a nice little stretch. But your hand is always going to want to go across to the side of the up knee. All right, cool. So those are the 2 stretches that we're doing, the banded couch stretch as well as the psoas stretch. And this, do it 2 to 3 minutes each side every day. That's going to fix that anterior pelvic tilt, and it's going to fix your run speed. You're not going to get as tired nearly as fast. Your hips aren't going to hurt after a long run in a race. This will help you big time. As well as anyone that has a sitting job. This is going to help keep your spine straighter while you sit. It's all over better for your spine and your hip placement. So again, this is Eric and Paul with ReliGym here at TSW CrossFit. Take it easy, guys. Thank you.